Hey guys, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and Harley Davidson's got a secret related to the Highway King that they have not revealed yet. I don't know if this is still under NDA or not, and so I can't cite my source because they weren't sure. It's kind of a weird deal. So they thought this would be announced when the Highway King was announced, and it wasn't. Oh, you're probably wondering, what am I talking about? Well, when do you think the last time Harley Davidson made a motorcycle with a sidecar was? 2011, according to Google, was the last time Harley Davidson put out a motorcycle with a sidecar. Well, I hear that some dealerships are going to have a color-matched sidecar for the Highway King. They were required to order it several months ago if they wanted it. I know at least one dealership has ordered one. I hope more. That dealer said that they heard that some dealerships didn't even know it was an option. So I don't know if only certain dealers were given the option, if there was a limited availability, and so they offered it to maybe dealerships based on sales, and once they had all the reservations filled, they didn't take more orders or what. What I do know is it's not actually a Harley Davidson sidecar, meaning it's not being made by Harley Davidson. It's being made by Champion, which a quick Google search tells me that's a company that makes sidecars in California-based company anyway. Where they make them, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get into a lot of research on that. It wasn't so much important to me where the sidecar is being made as it is that Harley Davidson is going to offer a color-matched sidecar for an icon bike that is a limited edition. And I know some people are just going to say, oh, that's just going to be even more money. It's going to be even more expensive. Well, that's true, but trikes are expensive. And this is where I'm coming from. Who might want one of these? Well, maybe my dad would. He's 20 years older than me. He's had some problems with his knees and his back, and he didn't ride for a few years, and he wanted to ride again, so he got a trike. He's not been real excited about the trike. He likes two wheels. He'd rather be on two wheels. I think he'd rather be on two wheels with a sidecar than a trike. So I think this kind of bike is an offering for him. Now, I'm not sure he would spend the $27,000 plus a sidecar for one, but down the road, 10 years from now or 5 years from now, maybe somebody will sell one at a more reasonable price and he would be interested in it. I know there are other options out there, and that's maybe something he's to look into is, a used bike with a sidecar or something else. I'm sure he's looked at some of that stuff. They're not necessarily cheap to find used either. Sidecars are a thing of the past for the most part. You don't see a lot of that anymore. I think there's one manufacturer still making motorcycles with sidecars from the factory, and it's a Russian company. I believe it's pronounced Ural. But anyway, I don't know a lot about them. Maybe somebody out there watching this video can leave us a message, let us know more about them, and if they're a quality motorcycle or not, what size displacements. Are they, mid-size bikes, large displacement bikes, not, small displacement bikes, whatever they are. I've seen them, but I don't know much about them, I'll just be honest. But I think it's a great option for someone like my pops, and maybe other people who want to stay on two wheels, but due to physical reasons, that's becoming more difficult for them. So I think sidecars would be a cool option. I have another friend, we were talking, and his pup rides with him everywhere on the back of the bike. He's got over 100,000 miles on the bike now, and he's getting older, and he's like, I don't know how much longer he can do this, or it'll be safe for him to do this, and he said I may have to look at getting a sidecar. So that's another option. I've seen several people who ride around with their service animal, and the service animal rides in the service car, on the sidecar. So I think that's another niche for them, and I think that's cool. And if nothing else, I'm excited that Harley Davidson is getting outside the box again a little bit, doing something cool again, doing something that maybe it doesn't appeal to the masses, but does appeal to a certain group of people, and it's, I think cool that it's going to be alongside this nostalgic Road King. I wouldn't have give the extra $5,000 for the limited edition paint set and numbering, and just for the fact that it's limited edition over what I think a Road King would have cost if they'd have just come out with the Road King. But I might give $5,000 plus the cost of a sidecar for it to have that combination and have it color matched, because I think that makes the Icon bike, the Highway King, a much cooler bike. It just, for whatever reason, it appeals to me that having that bike with a color matched sidecar is much more appealing than just having that bike. Not that I want a sidecar particularly or need one, but collecting it or having one, I think that adds value to it. I think it's a cool idea. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you think a sidecar is a cool idea for the Highway King? I don't have any idea why Harley Davidson didn't announce it. We're not sure if it's still confidential or not. That's why I can't give out my source, because they expected that to be announced along with the Highway King, and it wasn't, and they weren't really sure if it was something that they could talk about or not, so I can't put anybody on the record for it. I know sometimes people wonder where I get this information. You know, if I can tell you if it's something like, you know, recently I was talking about an article that was published in Cycle World, and I try and share where I'm getting that information when I can. Sometimes I can't, and sometimes I tell you I don't know how reliable it is. It's a tip over the internet. This is pretty reliable information that this was at least what Harley Davidson was planning to do. Let's hope it comes to fruition. Let's hope the reason it wasn't announced isn't because they pulled the plug on the sidecar deal. But I guess we'll find out soon enough, because I do know that these Highway Kings are showing up in dealerships. I saw one in the background in a video that Adam Sandoval did while he's on the Great American Convoy. By the way, if you guys aren't following Adam on that adventure, I highly recommend you do that. He's out there every day putting down miles, lots of miles, going to lots of places to raise money for our Wounded Warriors Project, support our veterans, and it's very cool. It's a project and a thing that I can get behind, and I've got to meet Adam a few times, and I wish him well, and I hope he has fair weather, and good luck through the whole thing. So hopefully, maybe even, I might get a chance to be in Milwaukee to see him land for the 120th anniversary. We don't know yet, but we're working on those plans. All right, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do the YouTube thing, you know, please subscribe. Channel's had the best month ever for subscribers and viewers last month. I really appreciate everybody new on the channel. Love you guys. Stay safe. Keep on riding. We'll see you in the next one.